Well, we're finally here after months of campaigning from Biden and Trump. There are less than 36 hours until the first results start to come in. So as you can see from this map, uh, these are the states which are both same since 2000, apart from a couple of ones like Montana, like Texas, like Missouri, because I feel those ones are not secure enough to be cast into the safe column. Now, let's first start by characterizing the likely states for Biden. I am comfortable projecting that Biden will win Virginia by a safe margin, not safe, likely margin. Also Colorado and New Mexico. Now, if there are any other states, I don't see them. Now, as for the likely Republican states, I would give Trump, Montana, and Missouri, and Indiana. Then we move, I think, rather quickly to the lean states. This is where Biden will have to rack up his margin, and Trump will have to hope that he doesn't fall that far behind. For instance, in Nevada, I would give that a lean margin to Biden. Same thing with Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. I'm seeing polls around 8 points for Wisconsin and Michigan for Biden, but I don't think I think the polls may be understating Trump's margin. They're saying 8 points. The average polls are saying 8 points, whereas lean would suggest a margin of less than 5%. And that isn't necessarily good news for Pennsylvania, because these states tend to be grouped in the same margin, which suggests that if Wisconsin and Michigan are going to be in the lean margin, then Pennsylvania could very well be in the tilt for Biden, but way too close for comfort for Biden. Now, I am going to give Biden New Hampshire, and then in terms of the lean Republican. No, Maine we will give the whole state to Biden, apart from the second congressional district. Actually, yeah. Let's leave it like this. New Hampshire and Maine likely, apart from the second district. Now, in terms of lean Republican, I'm going to give Ohio to Trump, and I'm going to give Texas to Trump, which puts him at 181. Not within. Essentially, this means. Sorry. Essentially, this means that Trump has to do basically a clean sweep of these states. Is it possible? Yes, like we saw in 2016, the polls were wrong, or rather, certain polls were wrong, certain critical polls were wrong in the swing states, in the Rust Belt. But I don't think this is going to happen this time around. There's a greater margin for Biden, even if some of the states are going to be too close for comfort for Biden. So let's first discuss Georgia in terms of the tilt. I'm not on board with the polls suggesting a Biden victory, even if it's tilt. I'm not on board. I think in this case the polls are wrong, could be wrong. I'm going to give Georgia tilt to Trump, but he will win by fewer points, a lesser margin than he did in 2016. Iowa is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It's essentially been Biden leading for some time, Trump leading for some time. Let's actually have a look. Because Iowa, Trump has led pretty consistently until September, with a bit of narrowing in July. And until September, and then you had Biden take the lead. But then we had a CNN headline saying that there's this poll in Iowa which says, yeah, Democrats should feel the chills and Trump backers should have the hope, essentially. So that poll gave Trump Iowa by 7 points, I think. Uh, not sure. Where is it? Let's just check. Let's just check because this is the poll giving average poll has Trump up by 2 points. Let's see. 7 points. Joe Biden winning only 41%. So I think Iowa will go tilt for Trump. I think this poll is an outlier. I don't think it's going to be by 7 points Trump's victory, but it is still going to be a Trump victory. Meaning that Trump is now up to 203. Now, the next states, I'm really not sure whether to give Pennsylvania a Biden lean or Biden tilt. I think he wins it around 2-3 points, but that is closer. It will probably be closer to 1 point than to 5 points. I think Trump has been gaining some ground in Pennsylvania as of late. If you can see my other video, I talk about the riots, the recent riots in Philadelphia, and Biden's inconclusive, unclear comments about fracking. So that could push uh, Biden's victory to only a tilt margin, and it's why Trump has spent so much time in Pennsylvania. Because if he wins Pennsylvania and all the other states, he's crossed the margin. It's 259 for Biden, but that doesn't matter. Biden will still lose. But I'm still giving this one to Biden, but by a tilt margin. I'm not entirely comfortable with Biden's performance. The polls in both nationally and in states have been narrowing. And it's the same story with Arizona. The polls have been narrowing. And by the way, I believe Biden will win this election. Obviously, because of 2016, we always have to be careful that not to be over so optimistic in our predictions, like a lot were. I remember headlines showing Biden will win no, Hillary will win 98% of the vote, 98% chance of winning. Didn't end up happening. Now, to be fair, Nate Silver gave Clinton a 27% chance of losing the election. Not insubstantial. I'm still comfortable with giving Arizona to Biden, even if the polls have suggested narrowing. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I think overall Arizona is becoming closer, and will probably end up only going tilt. Now Florida, the perennial swing state. Now I think, yeah, this one I'm not really sure of. It's always been a factor. No Republican has won the presidency since 2000 without Florida, or since actually a long time. So, but Florida, I think will go to Biden, even if the polls have narrowed since October. I'm still going to characterize Florida as Biden victory. North Carolina, I am not sure about. I think it has the potential to be even closer than Florida. Because Florida seems to be on the margin of tilt/lean. North Carolina is going to be a tilt state. It's going to be within 1% margin. However, I do believe that if Florida will go for Biden, so will North Carolina. And therefore, I'm projecting a Biden victory by 335 to 203. I'm not necessarily comfortable about the margin of prediction, whether by how much Biden wins, but I do believe that Biden will win the 2020 election. Again, obviously, I could be wrong. Trafalgar Group, which notably predicted not just that Trump would win in 2016, but predicted the exact electoral color score, save for I think Wisconsin. He didn't project Robert Cahaley, I think his name is. I don't think he projected Wisconsin. He projected instead Nevada and New Hampshire going for Trump, but it still added up to the same total. Anyway, this is going to be an exciting election. Really exciting, no matter who wins, because not only could this be an election night, it could be an election week, an election month, if things get particularly dicey. But I think that the results on election night, particularly in the Sun Belt here, will suggest a lot. If Biden is able to pick up even one of the Sun Belt swing states, Biden will win the election. In contrast, the Rust Belt states will take a longer time to put out their results. Anyway, I'm signing off for now, and I hope my prediction will be right, obviously, but you never know. See you in a while.